Welcome to the How-To video series by Massey Ferguson. In this video, we will discover together how to optimize comfort through the adjustments of the front axle and cabin suspension in the Datatronic 5. Let's start by accessing the dedicated menu via the main menu. The content of this page may vary depending on the options of your tractor. Therefore, we will describe all the functions that you could use in this menu. The menu dedicated to the front axle and suspended cabin is divided into two pages. The page dedicated to the front axle is displayed by default. Click on On to activate the Speedster function. The function is activated. You can now adjust the steering wheel's responsiveness between 1, fast, and 5, very fast. Change the responsiveness and turn the steering wheel. Steering is performed with more or fewer turns of the steering wheel required. The second adjustment related to the front axle concerns the automation of front axle disengagement based on the steering wheel's angle. Activate the front axle. Click on On to activate the automatic disengagement function. Use the available setting to modify the disengagement angle of the front axle between 5-degree, very short angle, and 45-degree, very sharp angle. When turning the front wheels, you will observe the automatic disengagement of the function on the dashboard as soon as the wheels exceed the specified angle. The front axle is automatically reactivated as soon as the wheels return to an angle below the specified one. Let's move on to the suspension settings. Click on the Suspensions page. It is possible to adjust the front axle suspension in 3 modes: off, automatic, and manual. The front axle suspension is in automatic mode by default. Click on Off to deactivate the front axle suspension. The front axle suspension is deactivated. It will reactivate in automatic mode if the tractor exceeds a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. Click on Manual to switch the front axle to manual mode. You can then use the available setting to define a precise position between 0% low and 100% high. When manual mode is active, the front axle suspension will reactivate in automatic mode if the tractor exceeds a speed of 5 kilometers per hour. The last available setting in this suspension menu is related to the cabin suspension. It is possible to adjust the cabin suspension in 4 distinct modes: off, soft, firm, and automatic. Click on one of the modes to select it. Now that you are familiar with the settings related to the front axle and cabin suspension, it's your turn to try.